Hello and welcome to the Hume podcast from and Lowell. For those of you who don't know us, Hume is a recruitment training business co-founded by myself, Ed Khan, and Laura Hopes.
And each week we're going to be giving you 10-minute snippets into our world of recruitment, tips and tricks to help you on your journey as an agency recruiter, and hopefully some laughs along the way too. We hope you guys enjoy.
We're wearing robes today because we're in a hotel room and we thought, why not? And the thing is, I put it on, but now it's actually really comfortable and I'm really warm, so I don't want to take off. So we're leaving them on.
Welcome.
I reckon these episodes are getting weirder and like we're starting to lose any touch with what's appropriate, I think.
We literally just did a little pregnancy shoot photo.
Yeah. We were going to record one of these episodes today in bed, and then we thought that might be really just uncomfortable for everyone watching.
So this week's episode, question that we get asked all the time. So Laura, you are one of the most motivated people that I know. You run your own business, separate to Hume Scope. We train 40 recruiters a week. Yeah. You're non-stop. You do yoga, you wake up in the morning, go to the gym. There is so much going on for you. And same for me, running Spencer Lane, running Hume Scope, pushing out content, doing a whole heap. And we always get asked, how do you keep the motivation?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think you're saying you do all of this stuff, but you do all of that stuff as well. I think it helps to have ADHD.
Yes. If you don't have ADHD, try and somehow get it.
Because you know, novelty and newness is a massive thing for people with ADHD in terms of motivation.
I wonder if that is it, or part of it.
I think this is an interesting conversation for us because I think we're definitely motivated by the same things in business, but our drivers might be slightly different. Because one thing that I think keeps me really motivated is that, and in fact, you might be saying, but I don't really have a long-term plan. And I find that, you know, I know what I want to focus on. And when I get ideas, I follow them through. But I couldn't tell you what my business looks like in a year's time. And I need that because I need to know that it's always evolving. And I need to feel liberated to take opportunities as they come up. And it has just never worked for me I feel it's stagnant and trapped by long-term business plans.
I get that. I 100% get that. One of my highest values, or two of my highest values, fun and freedom. Yeah. And leaving my last employee role, that was the biggest driver. I was like, I just need freedom to be able to, like we talked about this, like in 2 months' time, if we both are like, let's just close Hume Scope. That could happen.
Yeah,
and
we
could
always
just go,
say it.
yeah,
It's
we
fine.
might just close it now.
And if we genuinely, if we're like, we feel like we're running out of ideas and it's getting stagnant and stale, it's over.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, what keeps it so fresh. And, you know, that doesn't mean we don't plan. Like, we sit down at the end of a year and go, right, like, what's the thing for next year? And in my own business, I'm like, what do I want to focus on this year? I can't focus on any longer than a year because my whole life might change in a year. And to be fair, my whole life did just change in, you know, having, you know, being on now the journey of becoming a mother. Like that you can't factor into your 5-year plan because you just don't know. So I think for me, it's that liberation to be like, this can be whatever I want it to be that keeps me motivated.
You know what it is? And I was just thinking while you were talking, I'm like, oh, can people do that if they're employed? And it's the mindset of not being completely fixed or wedded to one idea. My career must take this route because life changes so rapidly. And if you are in the mindset of, I have to be a team leader in 3 years and I want to be a director in 5 years, life will throw so much shit at you. And if you're only wedded to one thing and you don't have the ability to flex with life's changes, it will be so disappointing and it knocks you. And whether you're employed or running your own business, you can have that ability to be sort of flexible in where you're wanting to get to.
Well, things change as well, don't they? Like your desires change, and you can keep knocking down the same door, but it might not be the door that's meant to serve you anymore. And this might be a real polarizing point of view, because some people need that. Some people need a 1, 3 and 5 year plan. And you know, when I do work with people one-on-one, part of me getting to know them to start with is, are you a long-term planner or are you not? Because I've got people that I work with where, you know, we a lot of the work we do together is shaping the plan, whereas I know that some people I work with actually feel really constricted when I've built plans with them. And those people I work with in a very free way of like, what's happening right now and what do you need from me in this moment? And so I think there are people at all ends of the scale for this, but I think it is about, I think if you're so fixed on one plan, you may turn a blind eye to opportunity. And I love, just what motivates me is, I don't know what opportunity is going to come this week. And if it comes, even if I don't know whether I can do it, the amount of things I say yes to that I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. Like,
but
yes, but I'll figure it out. And then I'll be very honest if I don't think I can. But, you know, I think that's what keeps me motivated, is the unknown. And I think I would find it very, very hard to just have one lane. I need like 10. Swerve in and out.
I'm with you on that one. That's probably why this works so well.
I
think the other thing is, and I ask this to candidates when I'm interviewing them, but why do you actually get up out of bed and do this job? Because it's a tough fucking job. And unfortunately, I'd say 8 times out of 10, I don't get an actual answer. And it's very surface level. And I'm like, things got so much easier for me around 4 years ago when I dug deep and really understood why I was doing Spent Flame, or why I wanted to build a recruitment business. Because it's not just about money, there's so much else, and my drivers and my sort of why is the thing that keeps you sort of propelling forward rather than letting the little knocks knock you. So like, in the grand scheme of things, those little things, candidate pulls out of an offer, a counter offer, a client pulls a role, none of it fucking matters. We need to stop taking things so seriously. But if you don't overall know why you're doing the things, or what drives you and what's really important to you, like really deep down, not just surface level money, blah blah blah, if you don't really understand that, those little knocks can really knock you.
100%, because you've got nothing that keeps you really attached to the bigger picture. And I think that doesn't, you know, because we both run businesses, so I hope people don't take this as just, well, that's very easy to do when you run a business, because I had the same motivation when I was working in a company. It was still about opportunity and freedom to try new things, and those were my values, and I probably pushed against them for a lot. Like, I should fit into, like, for a long time I was like, why don't I fit that kind of corporate mold of being able to stay in a company for a long time and progress? And if I had the ability to apply myself in that way, it's like the class stuff I was told at school, like, you know, then I would be really successful. But success is so different for everyone, and I think it is like, what will motivate you is being true to what you value in your life. Because even if, you know, you literally only did recruitment, you tolerated it because it allowed you to do, you know, 3 other things in your life that are your biggest values, then that's your why. That's your and it doesn't have to be like recruitment is the be all end all. It's just like, are you attaching your career with the life you want to live? And I think that's how you truly stay motivated, because there's only a certain amount of get up at this time of day and get enough sleep and eat this food and work out before work and do your meditation. If you don't feel connected to what are you creating a life that lives by your values? Otherwise it just doesn't, you'll burn out regardless.
So I'm glad this episode took that turn, because when, by the way, Laura and I do not even think about what we're going to say. We just think of a topic and we hit record. And initially when I sat down, I was like, I wonder if we're going to go down the road of, well, the little habits that we have, like waking up in the morning, going to the gym. But that's all a given, and you're completely right. Without the actual deeper understanding, all those things are nice, and they'll only get you so far. Yeah,
they're a compliment to what is your essence, your reason of doing things. That's true motivation, isn't it?
Find out your why.
You know, sitting around in a robe with your bestie, recording podcasts. We'll do these. These will be going forever. The Humescope might end at any point.
We're still recording 10-minute episodes every week.
We're just like 80. We're like, all right, it's the
Not
longest
even,
running.
haven't been in recruitment for 40 years. We're still doing recruitment podcasts.
We've got no idea what's going on in the industry. We're just still nattering on.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.